it's gonna make sense to turn up the volume a little bit. And yeah, hey, today might have been a good opportunity to try out the JBL headset for its microphone capability, but it looks like my voice is coming through okay. Okay, here we go. And we're back. Alright, thanks to all my fans. It's hard to say how long I'll be continuing this streaming endeavor. When I started Stormer Show, particularly streaming on Twitch, it was out of a desire to connect, to talk to people online, especially when I felt alone, like I had no one to talk to. I think that I saw streaming as a way to like talk to people even when I was alone. So streaming on Twitch had like special significance. And over time, I haven't really seen much chat activity. I think this is probably one of, if not the smallest channel on Twitch. Like, I would not be surprised at all if I were the smallest, but I'm grateful for the chat that I do have and receive, as well as people who watch the channel. The few who do, so thank you to my viewers. And yeah, I don't know, if I had more like just chattings that might facilitate more online discussions that I have with viewers. I have thought and considered having like a Hassan or Miskip style react stream where I react to video, but even just talking to people online is something that I can do. But yeah, I guess it just depends on both me and my audience. So it's just something I'm gonna have to keep thinking about, exploring. Like I was saying, I'm not sure how much longer I'll continue streaming on Twitch, but I'll try to have as much fun while I'm doing it as I can, and just let everything else, what other elements fall what may, come what may. Test. Yeah, looks like I'm coming through okay. Alright, without further ado, let's continue with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And of course, thank you for following this series. Okay. I think we're gonna find ourselves back. Yeah, we're still in episode 2, Turnabout Sisters, but we made it to the day 3 trial after further investigation. As a quick recap, what we found is that the mentor of Mia, I can't remember his name, I think it's Goodsworth or something like that. He was being blackmailed by Mr. White, the guy who was with April May. And Miss May and Mr. White were together in the hotel room at the time that Mia was murdered. So I'm trying, in today's episode, day 3 trial, I'm probably going to be trying to pin Mr. White. So hopefully I can. He's a tough cookie to crack, especially with Edgeworth in his corner. So I gotta watch out. Okay. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1. Here's my, I was able to get her out. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look. Edgeworth. Squilliam. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. We found out in the previous episode that Mr. White has been blackmailing people, and we know he's very wealthy, and he's good at pulling strings. He's got a lot of politicians and lawyers in his corner. And so he can, much like real life, he can get away with a lot of stuff that he probably shouldn't. Okay, no matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. Is Edgeworth going to come to my side? Is he trying to help me in the case? What does White have? Oh, sorry. What, does White have that judge in his pocket too? Yeah, he has a lot of people in his corner. So you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? You look like you came straight out of George Washington's time, Edgeworth. That's what you look like. You look like Thomas Jefferson, based on how you're dressed. The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who is innocent. Edgeworth. We're lawyers, for goodness sake. We both know that's not true. People can lie, but the evidence doesn't. Okay, so... yeah, there's always a way to figure out who the real culprit is based on what we know. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. And that doesn't at all seem like a responsible thing for a prosecutor to say. Like just trying to get people prosecuted willy-nilly. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? And yes, Maya, we have already met in the courtroom once before in the previous trial episode. He proved himself to be pretty capable as a prosecutor, so I'm a little bit worried. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. Sometimes I get the wrong voice. Let's do this. Like I'm still speaking in Good's voice when Phoenix is talking, and sometimes I do it for Maya too. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Order, order. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, great. No pressure at all. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. I am an ace attorney, after all. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I think she knows. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. I wonder who he's gonna call. He might call April May. As we recall from the previous episode, she was arrested based on her wiretapping. Although her connection to the murder hasn't yet been established, the bellboy gave us some useful information that she was brought some iced coffee at the time of the murder, which I think strongly implies that she is somewhat involved in the murder, but we haven't yet made that link in the game. Why didn't the judge ask Edward why his witness didn't testify before? And yeah, there's definitely something fishy about Edward too. He's on Mr. White's side, I believe. And the judge might be also in his corner too. It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. I can raise an objection or let it go. Let me see what happens if I raise the objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great, he gets to show off and I get nowhere. As you would recall, though, April May also didn't present all the information that she had right away either, so both April May and Edgeworth are hiding stuff. They're definitely hiding stuff. I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. I think in today's trial it's going to be my task to expose Edgeworth as well as Mr. White. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Yeah. Your name, sir. Yes, that's what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Edgeworth, the way he slams his hand down. Name. These two are great together. Yeah, they really are. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the President of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Ahem. Well, I'll tell you what you already know. Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Yeah, I feel like we definitely didn't get as much revealed during the investigation part 2 as we could have. Well, I think that was because there were so many loose ends. Ho 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 ho. Yeah. Shine, shine. Shine on, you crazy diamond. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. What's still a mystery is who was in the Fane Company law offices at the same time. Yeah, who was there at the same time as Phoenix and Maya? Because the game also hasn't revealed that. it's somewhat basically at this point in time, it's somewhat plausible still that Phoenix is being accused because we don't yet know who else was there. Like, it's just Phoenix and Maya, and who else was there? We didn't actually see, to my memory, to my knowledge, we didn't actually see Maya. We didn't see Mia getting murdered. So, let him have it, Phoenix. Okay. Here we go. Witness's testimony. Witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly crucifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. This begs the question, what did Phoenix see? Because Phoenix was there. He was in those offices at the time of the murder, so did he really not see what happened? I don't know, it seems strange. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, I mean, Mr. Wright. Now hold up, Judge, I still need to prove my innocence. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. When the reality is the burden is on the prosecution to prove that I did the crime, which is not possible. But we'll see where their masquerade gets them. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock. It might be a good idea at this point in time to review my evidence collection, just to see what I can object with. Okay, Maya's cell phone. She says that the clock statue wasn't working and that there were papers inside that she gave to Maya. Mia gave to Maya the papers that were in the statue. Why the papers were there, I don't know. So that I can check it again. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what is it this time? And as to why Mia's asking Maya to hold on to this piece of, what's it called, like, evidence? Like, I don't know why she would do that. Like, it's crime scene evidence from a previous trial. Like, why are you just giving it to your sister? I don't know. It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I should probably tell you now, the clock isn't talking right now. Oh, it's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. Put some papers inside it instead. Okay. Papers, is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. See you tonight at 9. So... okay, so that explains why Maya's there. But... why did she put the papers inside? And more importantly, why did she give it to her sister? What does her sister have to do with anything? This is Mia's autopsy report. She died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. As a reminder, I can also... I can't quite see it. If I hit the left bumper... let me see if I can do it now. Yeah, so if I hit the left bumper, I can ask him to expand on stuff that he says. How do you know what time it was? I gotta change it to my Phoenix Wright voice.
How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You're so mistrusted, Mr. Boyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 o'clock. That's when the bellboy saw her. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. So hitting the left bumper allows me to press him for information. Let me continue pressing him. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at that time. Ahem. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see you. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly crucifying her that's reading to you some papers by the window.
So I can press him for information or object with some information that I have. Glass shards. It hasn't yet been revealed what the significance of these shards are. They're the broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond recognition. Maybe I can use logic and reasoning to deduce what the purpose is of these glass shards. I don't know. I haven't been able to do it yet. I'll need to be right back. Got to go to the bathroom. Gotta go. I'll be right back. Put our thinking caps on for this one. Okay, these are glass shards, the broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. As a quick reminder too, the autopsy report was amended from the previous trial. The previous trial explained Mia's time of death. And Edgeworth intervened with some more current information that she may not have died right away, that she might have persisted for a few more minutes after being hit by the statue clock. The autopsy report now reads she died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Again, like, what does it mean may have? I don't know. Like, did she or did she not die right away? I'm led to believe that she did die right away because If that were not the case, would not have Maya and Phoenix been able to get some useful information from her before she died? They weren't able to, so I'm led to believe that she died right away. But yeah, who knows? The Thinker. Clock in the form of a statue. The clock's gears have been removed, made by Larry Butts. Why Mia removed the gears? I don't know. Why would she do that? I don't know. And Mia knew this was evidence in a trial, so I don't know why she did that. Wiretap found in Miss May's hotel room. This is the receipt, a department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. Even the significance of this receipt hasn't yet been established, because we don't even know who wrote this. Edgeworth was suggesting that Mia wrote this prior to dying to implicate her sister in the crime. And Phoenix was casting doubt on that. There might have been another reason why she wrote that. And I was suggesting in the previous episode that it might not have been Mia at all. It might have been the actual murderer who wrote that in Mia's blood. But Edgeworth pointed to the fact that blood was still on Mia's finger, but what does that prove? I don't know. Like, technically the murderer could have put her blood on her finger and had her write it with her hands after she died. There's a lot of, like, confusing stuff. Like, where were Phoenix and Maya at the time? Like, what were they doing during all this happening? I don't know. Like, surely they would have been able to see something, but yeah, I don't know. May testimony. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. What the significance is of this, I don't know. And then here's the floor plans. The murder scene, the Fane Company Law offices. Even this, I'm not sure. Okay, let's keep going through his testimony.
I was quietly crucifying her, that is, reading to you some papers by the window.
Foghorn Leghorn too, I'm trying to model him after. Okay, so he's reading by the window.
Continued, then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wondered? Anyway, I'd better find a weakness in that. I have no reason to cast doubt on what he's saying here. Like, what does it matter what he was doing in the hotel room? Like, what do you mean reading, Mr. White? Yeah, I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair.
Let me see if I can press him for more information here. Spiky-haired? Alright, let me hold it here.
What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40.
That doesn't even make sense.
40, don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good.
Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway?
And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course.
Let me review my evidence again. Let me present this. She wouldn't have been surprised because she was being fed information.
Objection! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Huh? Really?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
What? Oops, that didn't go so well. I don't understand. It says she was surprised. She wouldn't have been surprised if she had a wiretap. I can ask him to hold it as many times. It's only when I'm objecting that it hurts my credibility if it's not directly connected.
What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she'd been tapping the Faye office phone? Okay. Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. Wright. Ho ho, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Ho ho ho. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase.
There's a lot of information. Okay. What happens if I press here?
Can you be a little bit more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left.
Okay, we know she ran to the right, by the way. Well, I can't present right now.
You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Do my rings sparkle? As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect. My smile, my rings, my hair, my polka dot tie. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Objection! Wait right there. Mr. White, you dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony.
Uh-huh.
She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Ho ho ho. It is simple. You misheard her. I think not. It's in the court record, sir. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here. And the victim here. Okay, this is helpful. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. Where's the door? The upper right. Yeah. She had been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? The first time that he's not like ching ching. Change. Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Now he's definitely Foghorn Leghorn. I saw it, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? So why did April May see something different then? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Oh, see, I'm doing it again. I'm giving him the Mr. White treatment. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Mr. White is right, Miss May is right, or both are right. Well, they both can't be right, right? One's saying right, one's saying left. You gotta think about this. Both are right. Miss May said she's running to the right. What is the significance of her running away from the door, too? Man, my mom's switching. She's running away from the door. What does that matter? Is that where Phoenix was at the time, outside of the door? I think so. They both can't be right. Alright, I'm led to believe that Mr. White is right. She was running to the left. Is this picture updated then? No, it's not. She would have had him running away from the door. Ah, great. Is Mr. White right, or is Miss May right? And Maya's saying that Mr. White's not lying. So maybe May's the one making it up. As Mr. White has testified, Mia ran to the left. But if that's the case, why would she run in the opposite direction from the door? Again, I don't know. She did not. She was running towards the door, Huh, now you're the one making the contradiction, Mr. Wright. Not at all. Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Does he mean April May? Or does he mean Mr. White? Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here.
Okay, it's making sense now. But why was the bellboy lying? Yeah, why was the bellboy lying? Because the bellboy said that he saw a guy in the hotel room with Miss April May. So yeah, the bellboy was lying. Time to show the court where Mr. Wright was standing. Some of this screen I can't see too. I can't see the very bottom. Okay, why present?
Take that! Take that!
That's where he was.
Mr. Wright, we are not fools. How could he have been exactly where the victim was standing? Oh, alright. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Sorry, Your Honor, sorry. Let me try that again. Oh.
Okay, I can actually move this around. Okay, I did not know that.
Take that. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, from his position, it looks like she's running to the left. From April May's position, it looks like she's running to the right.
Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Edward, now you're starting to catch on. You're gonna pin Mr. White.
Order! I will have order, I say. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion. He's sweating now.
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, but
I'll poke holes in this one too. She ran to the left.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw.
If she did first run to the left, that would have been apparent in April May's testimony, by the way. Like, why would she leave that out?
Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her, and she delivered the final
delivered the final blow. I think it helps me to review the entire testimony first and then start looking for gaps.
That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. She ran to the left.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left.
Let's review April May's testimony again. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but was caught and struck. So, is it when she dodged the attack that she went to the left? His left's her right. But keep in mind, her running to the right is nowhere in White's testimony. She first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That's what Miss May saw. See, you hit her twice. Hold it. So you're watching... So were you watching both times? I suppose I was. Please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Both of the testimonies were right. She first ran to the left. And she ran to the right. I think this is when I present May's testimony. She dodged the attack. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. I don't know why that happens. What do you mean, first? First? That is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please sit back, relax, and I'll try to use simple words for your benefit. First she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. I know it's May's testimony because it says that she dodged the attack. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you've been warned. Why is he mad at me? The last of her strength, she ran to the right. He chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. See, you hit her twice. And you tried to... See, I can either press or object. Let me see what happens if I press. Okay, I've already done that. Yeah, I already did that. Here. Chase her and deliver the final blow. Here twice, and then I object using the May testimony. Objection! The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I'll have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Dang, I might lose this case. I must be on the wrong track. I've already got 3 hits. I might need a do-over. Yeah, I might need a do-over. I have 2 more chances. Again, these dang glass shards, I have no idea what their significance is. That testimony was correct. She first ran to the left. She ran to the left. And he hit her savagely, that's what I saw. I've already objected here with the testimony. The May testimony. Next with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Chased her and delivered the final blow. And I'm almost, I have 2 more tries where I would lose the case. Chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss. Gotta be right back. The meeting's about to begin. Think. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Yeah, I might totally lose this chapter. He's saying it's me, I'm saying it's him. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue? That's me right now. Whew. The attack. She dodged the attack and ran to the right. So each of you saw different parts? Absolutely, that's right, of course. Where do you pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. I wonder if I need to object on something I press on. I'm just afraid of objecting with the wrong piece of evidence because it's going to cause me to lose the trial. Okay. Both the board testimonies are correct. What do you mean by that? That is what I'm about to explain. You Americans always so impatient to not become you. Hey buddy, you're an American too. I'm pretty sure it's April May's testimony. She first ran to the loft. I got glass shards. Glass shards. Maybe it's the autopsy report. She died from a blow by a blunt object. She may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. What he's saying is that she was hit twice. So is that what I need to contradict? See, that's my line of thinking. It's like, he's saying that she dodged the attack. He's saying that she was hit twice. And then the May testimony is saying that she dodged an attack and then was struck. So it kind of looks like that's where the contradiction is, but every single time I try to contradict that, it doesn't work. You assaulted her, she ran to the left. She first ran to the left, then you hit her, and then she ran to the right. She ran to the right, delivered the final blow. That's what Miss May saw. See, but it's saying that she dodged the attack. What is the significance of the glass shards? Here twice. And I've already objected here. Okay, both are correct. She first ran to the left. I hope I'm missing something here. The receipt. I don't understand. So it seems like the focus of his testimony is on the fact that she was hit twice. Which is why the May testimony stands out, because it's saying she dodged the attack, then ran to the right. Papers. To last of her strength, she ran to the right. And why does he have a diamond on his lapel? What the heck? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Chased her, delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. Which I pretty sure I already objected to your April May's testimony. First ran to the left. Maybe I press and then object with April May's testimony. Because Mia's autopsy report doesn't contradict anything that he's saying. Mia's autopsy report says that she died from a blow by a blunt object. She may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. So if she did, it's possible she was hit a second time. Basically, further supporting what White's saying. So it doesn't actually contradict what he's saying. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't contradict it at all. Actually. The cell phone also does not contradict anything that he's saying. Glass shards. He's thinking glass shards does not contradict anything that he's saying. The thinker does not contradict anything that he's saying. The wiretap. I mean, it might be the wiretap. It could be the wiretap. That's what I saw. Over the final blow. So I'm gonna press and then object. Try to object with this. Okay, it has to be on the green part for me to object. She ran to the left. Hit her. I think it's gotta be the wiretap. It's either the wiretap or the May testimony. The victim dodged an attack, ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. And I've already objected to the part where he says she first ran to the left. Already objected at that. She ran to the right. Wiretap. It's gotta be connected. I'm just not seeing the connection from this evidence. Glass shards. Maybe it's the floor plans. Because how would he be able to see all of that? I might just need a do-over. testimonies are correct. This isn't contradicted in the May testimony. Yeah, it's not contradicted. She's got instructed. Chased her, delivered the final blow. Already rejected with the wiretap. Take a clockwork out. Let me try objecting with the floor plans. If I need to do over, I'll just do over. Do it twice. Well, let's just do over. It's fine.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defense, or rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Okay, let's try again. Okay. Shiny. maybe it was him saying, because he didn't actually say that he wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel. So that could have something to do with it. Was I supposed to object to that part? There's 9 o'clock. I was reading by the window. I looked at the building across the way. Then I saw the spiky-haired man attacking me with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than Mr. Lloyd. Thomas May over one, she too is flabbergasted, of course. Finally, the youth gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. It was all over. Okay. Here it contradicts April May's testimony, I believe. Objection! I might be forgetting. Clock. Maybe it's the hair. Look at the building. Spiky-haired man. Testimony. Press or jet. Yeah, just redo. I'm just gonna redo. Oh my gosh. I think the biggest challenge and frustration I'm having with this game is that I'm not making the links. That's the biggest frustration I'm having. It's like, what is the link? Okay, what time is it? It's about 5:12. And I'll be right back. probably the most frustrating thing about this chapter is how limited some of the information is. Like, the connections aren't being established. I think that's probably the most frustrating thing. It's like, what is the connection? What is the connection? Like glass shards. I don't even know what the purpose of raising the objection here is. Like, does that advance me towards resolution? I mean, what? It just seems like there's something I'm missing here. It's like the light stands. I'm saying he thought he would have only needed April May's testimony, and then it was found out that she was making up information. So we know he's lying here. I can't press him right now. I can't press him right now. Options. This doesn't help at all. Okay, testimony. I'm pretty sure here it's the spiky-haired man, because it's revealed in April May's testimony that she saw a longer-haired person. She thought it was a woman. Reading the papers by the window. Blood coming from outside. Spiky haired man. Okay, I have to press him first. Okay. You just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lloyd. Just what is your eyesight? So yeah, to progress it, I have to press him first. 40. You do that. Let's see how I progress it here. She was also surprised. Maybe it is the wiretap. Okay, and then he asserts his objection. Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. Care not, I'll answer the Lord Bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone with this fey woman. Politician, ho-ho, Presidente, continue. She ran away, but you gave chase. It was a terrible impaction, it was all over. still dumb. I just look up a guide, see if it can help me get through this first half of this case. Day 3. Okay, so I need to press when he says she ran away. Okay, press him. The victim was ran by you, then she ran to the left. And then I object. Has to be more specific, and then I contradict him. With this testimony saying she ran to give chase and struck her down. How do I present that? Are you sure? As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you should change your testimony to reflect this new detail. She ran to the left and then he gave chase, but this says she ran to the right. Objection! Wait right there. Mr. Wright, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it's simple, you misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here. And the victim here. The victim ran to the left as you claim she did. She would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Look at his face, I don't think he's lying about this one. Sure, maybe he really did see the victim run left. Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? What if I say both are right? Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the quote where Mr. White was standing. He was standing here. Take that. This is where he was. Look. The victim ran for the door. If he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Okay, knock, knock, knock. Order, I'll have order.
Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho. Grounds for so much entertainment, Mr. Wright.
Okay, I believe it's she ran to the left.
Sheesh, I could have swear I was doing that, though.
Present the Mia's autopsy report evidence on either the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th statement.
Need to revise testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Yeah, I was doing that. So I don't know why it wasn't submitting. 1, 2. Hit her savagely. She's going to deliver the final blow. That's what Miss May saw, you see. You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Okay. Breakdown. That does seem to make sense. We even cross-examine the witness. Yes, I will, Your Honor.
She ran to the left.
1, 2, 3, 4. She ran to the right.
So let me present. Oh, Mia's autopsy.
I see, okay. Let me try that now and pick up from where it was.
How does it contradict that?
Let me see what it reveals. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow.
Maybe because the autopsy report doesn't reveal that she was hit twice. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what I was missing. I was a little bit confused at the time because it said that she may have lived for some time thereafter. So I thought that that could leave with it the possibility that she was hit a second time. That was personally confusing. So I don't know why there wouldn't be more information in the autopsy report. Kind of frustrating, honestly, but whatever. What do you have to say to that? Oof. Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? Absolutely perfect? I'll refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. Objection! The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. Objection! The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. We want justice! Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Okay. The 2 counts. On Royal Sea, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Almost got you. That's right. freaking autopsy report because it didn't say that she was hit twice. And we'll see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. I can press him however many times. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh, oh, that? The glass lot stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Honestly, no. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, not bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Okay. Is this where I talk about the glass shards? It was lying on the floor when you looked. Let me check this again. I believe it's the glass shards. In the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Killer Yu attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Okay, so I can go forward and back. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Wow. Yeah, it's good to know that I can go forward and backward. She ran to the left. She ran to the left. What is that? Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No, triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Could be motive, Edgeworth. That is a rookie attorney mistake, is not knowing causation. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. Killer Yu attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow with the block. She dodged. She turned and ran for the door. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. What is it with the light stands? Before you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. Don't worry, we all know what happened. Turned and ran for the door. I gave chase, of course. No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase. Gotcha, buddy. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles. It doesn't sound like your savage attack from your earlier testimony. Yes, well, I'm a man of peace, you see. Be easy to catch him. Okay, the glass shards light stands. I haven't used the floor plans themselves. Attack her, but she dodged, she turned and ran for the door. So he's there. He is there. So how do we demonstrate that? Do I present the glass shards? Okay, wait, I think I'm starting to understand this now. So if she went towards the door, how is it possible that the glass shards... She turned around for the door. So do I object with the light glass shards now? Let me try to object with the glass shards. If it doesn't work, I'll reference the guide. Objection, glass shards. Your Honor. Give me this again. Floor plans. Also, it's against the first statement. So let me present glass shards now. Freaking Phoenix Wright. Freaking Phoenix Wright. It's impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. I knew it was something to do with these stinking glass shards. The light stand had to fall. For that to be the case, she had to be in the left side of the room. I just didn't know the correct time to interject that information. It's like, the glass shards are there. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have had no idea it was a light stand. In reality, if he's looking from the hotel on the opposite side and he sees the light stand fall, he would still be able to conclude that it was a light stand, assuming of course that he saw it fall. So that doesn't necessarily follow Phoenix IRL. Like, it doesn't exactly follow. That's only the case if he only saw the shards, which we still don't know. Like, so tell me exactly, when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious I saw the stand before it fell over? But how can that be the case? So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. That'll be no problemo, right? Big problem. There's a big problemo, or I mean problem here.
What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. Because it's in the corner of the room. What? Why couldn't it? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. This is evidenced by the floor plans. Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window of the office, this is the area that you will be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way that you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. There you go. Confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! Explain to the court what you mean by this. Yeah, I don't know where he's going either. Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blueprint. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do with it? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't, Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You're most correct, Miles. Give me a break. In order to place the wiretap, I reached the Fay & Company law offices. That's when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. But, Edgeworth, you're still not... You're still placing Mr. White at the scene of the crime when the murder occurred, so... Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He's determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He's shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. and he went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. Wright, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Ahem, leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I'd entered the Fane Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound? Correct. That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. God, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. The wiretapping. You're saying that you were in there before to click the wiretap. Okay, gotta be right back again. Glass shards. Hopefully this is wrapping up soon, because I need to take a walk. After that I'll have my reading for today. I read a couple of chapters offline, so I'll have to provide a summary. April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. He entered the Fane Company law offices. Was it really you that went into the law office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fane Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already went to check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fane Company law offices. I then sort of placed the wiretap. Why did you tap me as phone? This has no bearing on the current case. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect the client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
Alright.
What sucks is that the autopsy report doesn't actually give the date of the murder now. I entered the Fang Company law offices. Did so to place the wiretap, that's when I saw the glass light stands. So now I need to cast doubt on when it was that he saw the light stand. I have a funny feeling it's the cell phone. No, I don't think it is. I entered into the law offices, and that's when I saw to place the wiretap. Clock in the form of a statue. I'm gonna say it's the wiretap. Do I interject here the wiretap that I found? Let me see what happens if I do. If it fails, I'll check the stinking guide again. Objection! Your Honor. Freaking baloney. Baloney and a half. This case is such a pain in the butt. I tell you. I have to press him on each and everything. I thought I did that already. Objection! Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out. September, hold it. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. Press. I already pressed them on it. I already did it. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! I thought you died. Is this the ghost? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Hey, Phoenix. God, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. I thought you died. You were Maya? Didn't you know that Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya's channeling you, Mia? That's right, I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. And I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. We don't have much time, Phoenix. Listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. White wrote that, not me. That's what I thought. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass, light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought the stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, Court Number 1. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. This case has been like a curveball. Times 10. I'm fine now. And let's start where we left off. I think I should just get in the habit of just pressing them on everything, and then after all the information's out, then I should look for evidence that contradicts to object. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that's required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Okay, thank you for making it obvious. Objection! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Wow. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand, and the date of the purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered the Fane Company law offices at the beginning of September, you wouldn't have been able to see the light stand because it was not yet there. The stand could not have been there. Now he's the one going Super Saiyan. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there may be quite a bit of pressure on him. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix, right? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Always object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something else. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Ching! Mr. You're wrong. May I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. Gah. The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix! Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Mia's memo, a list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. But I am. My life is writing on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. It's this memo. Take that! This case, like... The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop, desist, halt. Please, stop. Make them stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White. Admit your guilt, right here, right now. I am the ghost of Christmas past. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I killed her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Gotcha, Edgeworth. Gotcha, Squilliam. I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. I literally had Mia's ghost come to help me solve this case. So yeah, it was pretty intense. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That's right. That is all. The court's adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations, you're lucky I was born a Fae. Lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say at 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Being company law offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Oh, of course I can. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Wahahaha, you should see your face. Mia. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? You look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Hey, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this, see? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new writing company law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Maya said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. Got a new partner. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now, but if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Writing company law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here. Watch you. Always press them. Right, okay, Nick. Let's do it. Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's wasted. Okay, wait up. The end. Okay. Brand new episode has been added. Okay, join us in the next episode of Phoenix Wright. Episode 3, Turnabout Samurai. That was a doozy, yo. I think the biggest learning points I had in that chapter were 1, always press, and number 2, timing. Like, it's key to time the evidence at the exact moment when it contradicts. And yeah, sometimes the evidence itself isn't as descriptive as it could be. Like, the entire reason I didn't know to present that autopsy report is because it didn't have the information in there. It was just ambiguous enough to mess me all up. So it's like, hopefully in the next episode, episode 3, I'll be able to more easily see the link between the evidence and the facts that's being presented. But thank you for watching. That's Phoenix Wright episode number 5. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll be back soon with another Stormer Show reading series. Thanks again.